G'day! In today's video I'm opening up a Lenovo Ideapad 15.6 or 15IKB, and this particular one has got a assumed dead faulty display, so that will be getting opened up and replaced. And in this video hopefully I can show you how to do that. So to begin with, you make sure that the machine's switched off. Right now it's off. And from here we're going to have to pull the trim off, which typically I start in the corner and just get a fingernail under there and pry and pull it up towards me and then out. So towards and across. And that should start lifting like that. Same with up the top, pry up. I think that's maybe glued. So I'll work my way to the bottom. And as you see, I'm just pulling it forward. Lay it down flat a bit more. There we go. Go over to this corner. Do the same. There we go. A bit more force needed at the top. There we go. Trims off. And then we have 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we should be able to go here. Over here. Now, this screen's not looking overly great. I'd say screen replacement is what's needed here. I should be able to fold this forward. We'll pull it towards me and we lift up. Next up we're looking down the bottom here. If I zoom you guys in, looks to be that it's been replaced once before. We'll need to lift up the tape. And then lift up this bit here. Now this is well stuck down, this stuff here. There we go. And pull back and that tab should slide out. Just for you guys playing at home, this is the model that's in here at the moment. I have one here that's very similar that we're getting replaced with. So the connection on this one, nope, we are different. I will need to find a different one. So I end up finding another panel, this particular one here, NV156FHM. And this particular one has the same kind of smaller connection. I've had a mental blank on what it's called. I think it's a 30-pin connection on this particular one. And one thing to note though is this one doesn't have the little tabs here to screw into here in each corner. So what I'm going to do is put adhesive down here along these strips, and then I'll install the screen from there. Granted, it will lose a little bit of its strength, but I will make sure those hinges are still back in the right spots. So I'll tighten these up and I will check out the other ones as well. I believe I'm changing the panel from a 720p display to a 1080, so there is a nice boost in resolution there. Go here too. Check those backing screws as well. It's open. They like to come loose and break. Bit of a turn. Bit of a turn. There you go. That's going to help in the long run. Now let's get some tape. So what I've got is these black strips here. Most double-sided adhesive should work just fine. Give it a cut. I'll put that down here. One here and one on the other side. Then we'll connect up the new screen. So this step here, if you've got the correct panel, you won't need to do this step. and also you wouldn't have put your screws in just yet. There's one other piece of difference there. There we go. So let's lift up. There we go. Sides being stubborn. Let's try it from up top. There we go. So right now, make sure your machine's turned off. And what we're going to do is connect up this connector to here. Typically I fold this back and then slide it in there. So it should slide. There we go, connected. That tape should go on. And then from there, from here, you'd fold the screen up. So I'm going to fold mine up and put it roughly in a centered position. Need to move it up a bit higher. There we go. And what you would have to do there if you're playing at home and you have the correct panel is once you've got the panel lined up, then you would put your 4 screws in to hold it mounted in position. So since mine doesn't have any adhesive, or it doesn't have those screws because it's from a different model of display, I will just tape it into position from there. Next up is putting your bezel back on. So typically I start from the bottom first and slide it down into the groove, so straight down. Then kind of pull it down a bit on both sides, and then work your way around. So just kind of pinch it as you go around. You'll hear lots of popping noises, lots of clicking noises, lots of crunching noises. There we go. That is all expected. So you shouldn't have any gap along here. Also worthwhile closing it and having a look across the bottom to make sure it's sitting in flush. We're mostly good on here, same with the sides. And then from there, give it a test out. As you can see on the bottom here, it's not quite pushed in all the way. There we go. Power button. And we should have Lenovo come up on the screen here. There we go. All good. Catch you guys later.